Hey, it's Haplin again, and in this video we're going to learn how to build a course inside of HighLevel. First, let's start by just covering the technical details of course setup. Head over to Memberships, then click Courses, and then click Settings. Here we can customize all kinds of settings, which we won't cover all of in this video, but click the link below to be taken to a more robust help doc article on the subject. To make our first course, click Courses, then Products, and then Create Product. If you already have a course you've built in Kajabi, you can click Import from Kajabi and then just follow the steps on the screen to take your course directly out of Kajabi and import it straight into HighLevel, which will save you a ton of time. If you don't, that's okay. Just click Start from Scratch. You'll have the ability to pick from 3 different structure templates, or you can build your own. For this training, we'll pick the Sprint course template. Now we can see there's a very simple structure laid out for us. There's a welcome module, a couple of trainings, and then a what's next. We won't go in depth on all the different possible strategies and structures you could use to build an online course, but what we're looking at here is a great starting place. If we click on one of the modules, we can see we have the ability to upload a video, change the description, and add some writing, as well as attach files, which is helpful if you have additional resources such as PDFs or other links you want to add in. Okay, so now that the technical part is out of the way, let's talk about what you should actually put inside your course. Typically, effective courses have a main kind of promise or goal that the course is trying to help the student achieve, which is a really helpful boundary for content. So if we're developing a course from scratch, a great exercise that I like to do is just finish the following sentence. By the end of this course, you will have blank. And that's something we would want to say in the intro right up at the beginning. We want to make this promise. It could be you will have blank, you'll have the ability to blank, you will have achieved blank, something that you want this course to deliver on. In short, we want to make a big promise. This promise is going to remain the North Star for the rest of the course. It's sort of like writing a thesis statement for an essay in school. You have your thesis statement and everything else revolves around it. That's like what this promise is. You want everything else you do in the course to be contributing to you keeping this promise, and everything that doesn't contribute to that promise should just be removed. So for example, if I were, say, a personal finance coach, I might say something like, by the end of this course, you will have cultivated 6 new habits guaranteed to help you become debt-free in the next 12 months. Something like that. I just made that up, but it's an example of an actionable promise that we can use to guide the rest of the course. So the rest of the course could have a module for each of the habits, and we could just kind of structure it that way. And we make that promise and then keep that promise. It's going to add a lot of congruence and do a lot of trust building with our audience. Now, in the last module, this is where we can, of course, wrap up and recapitulate the promise, but we can also prescribe our audience with exactly what we want them to do next. Most often, this prescription involves something along the lines of either posting results, or maybe there's a pitch for them to buy something or ascend. We'll talk about that in another video. But the main thing is you want to tell them exactly what you want them to do next and direct them on the journey of being a good community member at the end of your free course. There are a lot of different angles and approaches you can take in structuring a course like this, and we're not going to be able to cover them all. But what we've just gone over is, again, a really effective, simple structure that should help you at least get started on conceptualizing the content for your course. If nothing else, just dialing in, making this big promise, and then delivering a great course that helps you keep that promise, that's going to go a long way with building trust in your community that will ultimately contribute greatly to monetization. Of course, we also have to keep in mind that good online courses are typically iterative. That means we're going to want to solicit feedback from our members as people consume our course, and we're going to want to use that feedback to revisit the course and make optimizations. It's neither possible nor necessary to get it right the first time. So just take the pressure off, get a first draft done, and then consider having a friend or loved one or whoever you want to call a beta user to go through your course, consume your course, and give you some initial feedback which you can use to make optimizations. And again, we'll continue to optimize the course as we continue to get good feedback and insight from our community, but for now, let's not hesitate to publish it. To publish your course inside the community, we'll actually get out of courses, go back into the community, head to the learning section, and then click Add Course. Once we select our course from the drop-down, let's set the price to free, and then click Add Course. Now anyone who joins our community can head over to the learning section and consume the course. And with that, we're done. Go ahead and move on to the next video.